As we journey along the spiritual path, we may wonder how we can measure our progress. One way to gain insight is to reflect on our reactions to challenging situations. Imagine arriving at a destination only to find out that there is no reservation for you. Such moments of adversity can reveal the state of our consciousness, and how we respond can show us where we are on our journey. Life presents us with countless opportunities to reflect on our spiritual growth. We may encounter situations where we feel disrespected or overlooked, or when things don't go according to plan. In those moments, we have the chance to observe ourselves and take note of our reactions. Through self-awareness, we can learn to recognize when the ego has taken over and prevent it from controlling our actions. Sometimes, it may take time to fully comprehend our behavior in retrospect. In the heat of the moment, we may be so overwhelmed by our emotions that we act without awareness. However, with time and reflection, we can gain a deeper understanding of our actions and learn from them. Our reactions to life's challenges offer us an opportunity to grow spiritually and become more conscious beings. The path to spiritual growth is a journey that requires us to look inward and seek a deeper understanding of ourselves. It is only when we are truly honest with ourselves that we can begin to see the areas in our lives that need attention and transformation. This journey can be challenging, as it requires us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. We must be willing to let go of old patterns of thought and behavior that no longer serve us, and embrace new ways of being that align with our highest selves. Through introspection and reflection, we begin to peel back the layers of conditioning that have shaped our identities and beliefs. We may uncover wounds and traumas that need to be healed, or limiting beliefs that are holding us back from our true potential. As we delve deeper into our inner world, we may also encounter moments of profound insight and revelation. We may discover new aspects of ourselves that were previously hidden, or experience moments of deep connection to the divine. The journey of self-discovery is a journey of surrender. It requires us to let go of our egoic identities and trust in the wisdom of our higher selves. As we surrender to this process, we begin to align with the flow of life and the divine will. As we continue to look inward and seek a deeper understanding of ourselves, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibility and transformation. As we walk the path of spirituality, it's important to reflect on our progress. Sometimes, when the dust settles after a challenging situation, we can look back and observe our reactions with a sense of curiosity and introspection. It can be enlightening to imagine if someone had recorded our actions so we can review them from a new perspective. We can ask ourselves, am I truly conscious in these moments, or am I being led by my unconscious ego? However, to truly understand our progress on the spiritual path, we must turn to the wisdom of the great masters who have gone before us. Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharshi once shared a profound answer when asked the same question: know that the extent of progress in spiritual life can be measured by the degree of freedom from bondage to desires. In other words, our progress can be seen in our ability to detach from material desires and connect with the deeper truths of our existence. The answer to the question of measuring progress on the spiritual path lies in the depth of our thoughts, or rather, the lack thereof. This wisdom holds true even to this day. It may seem complex, but in essence, the less we allow our minds to wander, the greater the progress we make on this path. It's a simple yet profound truth that reminds us to be mindful of our thoughts and to cultivate inner stillness. Alternatively, the more we indulge in thought, the further we stray from the spiritual path. This may sound harsh, but it's a reality we must confront. Sometimes, we forget that the answer lies in simplicity. It is not about accumulating knowledge or mastering complex techniques. It is about stepping out of our minds and embracing the thoughtless state of presence and awareness that arises spontaneously in our lives. Have you ever met a new person and experienced a moment of spaciousness before the mind formulated an opinion about them? This moment of intuitive perception is the manifestation of a deeper level of awareness that we all possess. However, the mind often gets in the way with its conditioned opinions and projections. We need to learn to distinguish between the mind's projections and our true intuitive perception. Only then can we truly embrace the simplicity and depth of our spiritual path. The measure of progress on the spiritual path is not solely based on the duration of your meditation, but rather on the degree of stillness that pervades your daily life. It is the inner space of stillness that matters, where the density of your mind and emotions no longer hold dominion over you. A light shines through the density, the light of your true being. This is the essence of the spiritual dimension. It is in the interspersing of stillness in your everyday life that you can experience this light. And when you do, you will no longer be a tortured individual, but rather one who is at peace with oneself and the world. Zen state is about not thinking. It may take some time to understand the depth of this teaching. But when you understand, you will feel an indescribable peace. You will find that you entered this state because your mind was not so busy with your incessant thoughts. In that state of stillness, you will find peace. It's a precious experience. It's a state that makes you glimpse the spiritual dimension that is beyond the chatter of the mind. The stillness within you will allow a peaceful energy to surface, and it is so transformative that you will feel the magnitude of the shift. In time, you will understand that the key to spiritual progress is to cultivate stillness in your daily life. It's not about how long you can sit in meditation, but how much stillness you can integrate into your everyday existence. People often wonder how to achieve this state of stillness. This awakening cannot always happen spontaneously for everyone. But, I advise you one thing: start by observing your thoughts and gradually reducing mental activity. The journey is unique for everyone, and the path to stillness may take time, but the rewards are immeasurable. As you become involved with this knowingness, you will find that your old mental patterns begin to subside and a new awareness arises within you. While this process may not happen in a single moment, it is a gradual unfolding of what might be called the awakening process. When the presence awakens within us, it is like a new birth, a transformation that rejuvenates our being. In the midst of our busy and often chaotic lives, it is easy to forget the value of stillness and the absence of thought. Yet, it is in these moments of silence and reflection that we can begin to connect with our deeper selves and achieve spiritual growth. Many of us spend our days lost in thought, constantly analyzing, judging, and reacting to the world around us. We may not even realize that we are doing this, as it has become a habit of the mind. But if we can take a step back and observe our thoughts, we may start to see patterns and habits that no longer serve us. By cultivating stillness and the absence of thought, we can create space for self-reflection and introspection. It is through this process of self-observation that we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our beliefs, and our values. We can start to see where our thoughts and behaviors are rooted in fear, and where they are rooted in love. As we continue to observe and reflect, we may start to notice a shift in our consciousness. We may begin to feel more connected to the present moment, more at peace with ourselves and the world around us. This is the essence of spiritual growth, the realization that we are not just our thoughts and emotions, but something deeper and more profound. As we embrace stillness and reflection, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and transformation. We begin to see that the answers we seek are not outside of ourselves, but within us. And as we continue to look inward, we may find that the path to spiritual growth is not a destination, but a journey of self-discovery and self-realization. Remember that the journey towards spiritual growth begins with looking inward and cultivating stillness and the absence of thought in your daily life. By observing yourself and reflecting on your experiences, you can discover deeper truths about yourself and the world around you. Embrace this process with an open heart and a willingness to learn, and you will find yourself on a transformative path towards greater self-awareness and spiritual awakening. If this video resonates with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel for more spiritual insights and reflections. Share this video with those who may benefit from its message, and leave a comment below to share your own thoughts and experiences on the path towards spiritual growth. Thank you for watching and joining me.